Hi and welcome. My name is Katrina and this is our Vampire the Masquerade stream titled The First Night, Episode 8. Before we begin tonight's game, I would like to, as usual, introduce our players and characters.
Hi, I'm Marianne. I'll be playing Siobhan York. Facts about me. I have an education in archaeology and object conservation, but I work as a UX and experience designer at Lego, so pretty different.
Hi, I'm Tae. I'll be playing Christopher Falcone. I'm a living proof that it's never too late to go back to university, as I'm currently doing my master's thesis in Nordic languages and literature.
Hello, my name is Örjan, and I'll be playing the role of Sean Dempsey. Having absolutely no relevant education, I have actually been a part of 2 startups, starting 2 breweries. One of the breweries are now one of the top 5 breweries, most selling breweries in Norway. The other went belly up after less than a year. There's that.
Cheers!
Cheers!
I still love beer though, but I don't think I've brewed anything for more than a year. And I still have about 500 liters of beer in the basement.
Party at your house!
As soon as we get rid of COVID, yeah.
Hell yeah!
I'm looking forward to 2025.
A fun fact about me. In my professional life, I do pretty much the same as her. I torture people. I am a tattoo artist. I have my own studio, and one of my most interesting tattoos is actually constructed by Örjan. When I didn't know what I want to get, I was just going to get a tattoo. And he said, well, you like cheese and you like peas. Can't you dedicate a cheese that juggles peas and will write cheesy peas? So I have a cheese that juggles peas on my foot that says
It's
peas.
cheese. It's
We-
peas.
we-
It's cheesy
It's
peas.
cheesy peas. Yeah, making good decisions every day. That's me.
And I can just see people on Instagram seeing this picture in our channel and wondering, what is the connection?
Well, I know. I'll if people are interested, let me know. I'll post a picture of this if enough people say we want to see the cheesy peas. I will definitely show people my foot.
Also, this reminds me of a joke from the British comedy show, The Fast Show, and I think I need to post that skit. Definitely.
For sure. And anyways, I like to just extend to you guys, if you like what you see, please click like, please follow, please give us feedback, comment. We appreciate it, and we appreciate all of you guys that support us.
And we're now planning to do another behind the screen episode. So if you have some questions for us, please ask us anything in the comments.
Anything?
Anything.
Anything? We'll try to answer everything.
There are no stupid questions. There are only my stupid answers.
Sure, it will be interesting. All right. Well, then we will proceed with this evening's game and episode. Last time we left our players in quite a sticky situation where their reality have been now changed, altered, and challenged, as they have found out they are not on top of the food chain, and there definitely is something that goes bump in the night, and it bites back. We're going to go into the garage, as there clearly is a bit of tension, not just between Miss Masters and Aiden, but also between our characters. We're going to go directly into the scene. I'll give a short description. The mood is thick within the garage. Miss Masters, after giving you all this information and having the quite violent and abrupt interaction with Aiden, turns to you and says, I understand that this is much. The time is, of course, of essence here, but I'll give you a minute to talk amongst yourselves and see how you feel. I do not want to perceive that you are with not options. Yet I will plead, and I do beg. I need your help desperately. But I don't think you will help me if you don't feel like you have a choice. So I'll leave you be for some minutes. And when you are done, I'll be just outside with Aidan and Trixie. She grabs Trixie's hand and she looks very sad. She gives you three a gaze that's almost tries to like convey compassion. Like, it'll be okay. Aidan walks slowly behind them. Not like a beaten dog, more like a defeated man. And there you three are. The room is thick with the atmosphere of stuff that has not been said yet.
How did we get out of Paris?
I'll look at Chris.
Walk over to the table where the whiskey has been put down that was used to disinfect the wounds on Shiv, and take a glass and almost drinks it and notices that there's actually a bloody bullet in the whiskey glass, and it's like puts that down and takes another and pours himself a stiff one.
Sorry.
And take a good sip of it. What do you mean? You were there, Sean, you know as well as me how we got out.
Yeah, but how did she fit into this?
If you remember, we needed some capital. Each of us had to put up some money to get Paris off the ground, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, where the fuck do you think I would get that kind of money? Do I look like I carry around that kind of cash? No, I had to get a loan.
You could have asked me.
Yeah. Yeah. See, that's what I don't quite get. You two people don't seem to understand that it's a kind of a pride thing when it comes to money. Because I wanted to make something of my own. I wanted to be able to do something and pull something off and actually be proud of something. That was going to buy me my ticket in. It's going to get Paris was what was going to get me made. Everything rode for me on that. Everything.
So why
when I blew up,
not
I had fuck all.
Why not confide in your best friends? Because that's what we are, right? We are friends. We are family, right?
So you come with the job. So we're going to go to Paris, and I'm going to go running to you two for money. Come on, grow up. Not everyone can run around snapping fingers and asking for money whenever they want. For me, this life, it's not just fun. This life is what I have to do to survive. This is what I have to do. You two, on the other hand, can do whatever the fuck you want. You're wasting it. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love doing work with you. I love hanging around with you. I love doing it. But let's face it. You two are putting yourself in harm's way and doing stupid shit for the fun of it. Not because you have to. Not because it's the way of life. Because, it pleases you.
I do it because
I couldn't come to you and ask for
guys.
money. Come on, put yourself in my shoes. I can't go on begging for money from my friends.
Stop.
We're friends, exactly. What would that do? What would it do if I took money from you? What would that mean? I would upset the balance of our friendship where I am indebted to you.
Bullshit.
It's only money, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, it's only money, and that's the only thing that I borrowed money for her. We're going to get paid it all back. It would be easy peasy, and we would suck for life.
So you
except for the fortunate fact that Paris blew up like a fucking bad Russian air.
But you go to one of the most money-heavy families in all of Boston, and you don't find that a little peculiar? You don't do any research, you just, make a deal with her and say, that's cool, that's way better than getting it from my family.
One quick question to the GM.
Yep.
Does Chris even know how he ended up borrowing money from Miss Masters? I mean, he would never go up to her, so he went to someone, so he hasn't really understanding of
this, in the thick and the heat of this, like and I don't even think you're aware that you guys are actually shouting at each other.
Yeah.
A cold, trickly sensation runs down Christopher's spine when he's like, ah!
Yeah. Okay, that's what I thought. So I'm like, and he stops and just completely looks completely lost. Like he looks really scared. Like suddenly something scared him way more than anything else that happened so far. And he's like, and he turns over, walks in, and just fills up the whiskey glass, and just gulps down half of it in one go, and like.
And now you're quiet? Chris, talk to us. If you don't want to settle this now, this is the last job I'll do with you. I'll help you with this. But if we cannot talk honest amongst us, if we cannot look each other in the face and tell the truth, then this is not what I signed up for.
You should stop doing jobs for going. Like, I don't want to do it, you should stop doing jobs. I mean, and you don't have to do this either. Like I said, I'm going to do it. That's because it's going to clear me and probably get me what I need to stay alive. But you two should take your opportunity to walk away.
How do you know that you will stay alive? That any of us will stay alive after that? Do you know what they are?
I found out.
What is
I don't know. But I think the only way you're going to
we will go away from this. We'll walk away with our lives. Think.
That's why I'm helping her. I think that was my best route, but she said she'd let you go if you did. But I don't know, okay? That's the cold fucking truth of it. I have no idea how. I have no recollection at all of how I ended up owing her money.
I go over to my gun closet. And I take out some of the most heavy stuff I have there. Probably some European 762s or something.
Whilst they argue.
Yeah. Chris? What you need?
Well, first of all, next time I say let's go someplace like Naples, we'll go someplace like Naples.
We go someplace like Naples.
But, I have no idea what we need. I have no idea what these people are or where we're going. And hopefully those two knows. But you don't get it. I can't remember.
What did she do to you?
He looks actually shooken up. You see, he's a bit paler now.
Chris, we got you.
I made a loan, but I can't. And it's not forcing myself trying to remember, because I just remember the whole coming back, flying back worried because they owned money. I remember borrowing the money, but I can't remember how. I can't remember. Like, it makes no sense. How could this street mafioso want to be like me end up borrowing money from her? Like, and direct, not through an immediate or anything. It make no. Well, actually, it makes a bit more sense when you find out she's a vampire. But still, I mean.
Got you, Chris.
Jesus. Look, I'm sorry, alright? I'm sorry. I mean, trust me, if I had any inkling at all what these people were, I would never come to you with that job. I found someone else. All this was supposed to be was a fun, nice art heist. Well, that's what it was sold me on. Do that job and she'd clear my debt. Okay? That's what this said. That's what was promised.
And that's all that you've been hiding from us?
Yeah. Didn't want you guys to know that I had to borrow money from, well, high society to get the job done.
Just stolen it, like we always do.
Yeah, it's a bit tricky to steal that amount of cash on that short notice when you're dependent on being able to legally fly international within a short period of time afterwards.
We would have figured it out.
We fix it.
And you know this.
So, yeah, I mean, plus, if you could steal that kind of money, why the hell do we need to go to France either? We just steal twice as much here.
Oh, I just wanted to go to France.
You know as well as I do, Sean, that whenever you take a score, there's always less money than you think. There's always unexpected.
Yeah, of course.
Fucking.
But it was
when have we ever? Yeah, well.
They have quarter pound. No, they have Royale with cheese. They serve.
Yeah, but they also eat frogs, so let's not exactly hold them to any culinary standards, shall we?
You're right.
I've told you 100 times before. Italian, that's where it's at. And, well, sorry to say this, but trust me, when it comes to culinary and outs of it, this one's the one with the correct gene pool.
But Chris, promise me this one thing. If you ever need something, you come to us. Because we're not friends, we're family.
Yeah, which was sort of the problem to begin with. Anyway, so yeah, but you don't get it.
I need you to promise me that you will not do anything so stupid if we are lucky to live tomorrow.
Of course we'll live tomorrow.
Again.
Or unlive. Maybe.
I'm not so sure.
I'm not so sure I can make that promise, because clearly I can't even trust my own.
Huh. Can you wake up dead?
I promise that I will never do something stupid like that again. But if it happens, it won't be because I broke my promise. It will be because I'm not the one responsible for it. Like I said, you don't get it. You don't get it. I can't remember. I don't know. I don't know how I ended up taking her money.
They can do that? Fuck with your mind like that?
Don't know. I try to remember. It's just like I can only remember taking the money, taking the loan, taking. I can't. It's like.
Fuck this shit.
It's like it's always been there, but I can't trace the moments led up to it. I can't connect the dots.
That's proper fucked.
Maybe that piece of information should be part of your payment.
That's right.
Or mine. After all, I told her whatever you wanted is what I wanted.
Mm-hmm. It's a thought, but also another idea that struck me there is that some things might best not be. Some threads might best not be pulled if we intend to survive this. I mean,
how the fuck do we survive this?
Being like my default position. Come on, this is default position. Make ourselves useful and make them feel like they owe something. If we get him back, if we can prove ourselves that useful, we can get him back.
But you said that the ones that have him blew up the Russians, right?
Yeah, but with a bazooka or a rocket propellant.
Shot her was obviously something that could harm her. I don't know anything about.
To Sean actually, because Sean's once got it.
I don't know anything about vampires except from what we read in books and movies, but I doubt that is the truth of it.
No, but apparently wood through the heart seems to slow him down at the very least. But whoever they are, they're clearly used to. I mean, they clearly know that those things are real. I mean, it's a wooden bullet, Sean. It's a fucking wooden bullet.
So who were they? And are these people with all this knowledge about some mystical creatures the ones we're going up against? How?
Gotta be that. Gotta be some sort of religious thing, don't you think? Like the Inquisition, some shit like that. I mean, it's gotta be some holy crusaders out there coming up to
that. On that note, almost you didn't even feel it. You didn't even see it. Behind Siobhan, Aiden steps out of a shadow.
Oh, he didn't go out?
Oh yeah, he did.
Okay, of course.
So behind her, so I can see him. I can see him, but those two can't.
It's scary, like horrendously scary, because like there was nothing there, and like all of a sudden he glides into view, silent.
You see Sean and Shiv sees that the glass slips out of his hand and falls down and crashes onto the ground.
I'll move towards Chris, because seeing that, I guess he needs help.
I turn around.
What is Chris?
And
Are you okay?
Put both hands on Shiv and just slowly turn her around.
He's standing there, looking at you three. Clearly, something's on his mind.
How long have you...
Long enough.
I look like my eyes glide around the room a bit, just like furtive, probably just looking nervous. But what he actually is scanning for anything wooden and relatively sharp.
Well, you have Shiv as your human shield now, so...
Yeah, you can see his jawline, like he clenches his teeth a lot. I know what they are. I've met them before. If you cut them, they bleed. They are more like you than us.
Then why are you so scared of them?
Because they can do things to us that probably, like you just feel now, terrified of what I could do to you. That's how we feel about them. Fear of what they can do.
So you're saying that us being as regular old humans is actually an advantage in this situation?
That's the one thing Ophelia is absolutely 100% correct in. Is that you can do something. I'm rendered useless in this. You probably know and feel that I have not been in agreement of bringing you three into our affairs.
Oh shit.
But when you're here, I feel it's necessary for you not to fumble around in the blind, in the dark. If you're gonna look, I want you to properly look.
Well, as long as we get to walk away afterwards. I won't say unharmed, because I'm not holding that kind of illusions anymore. I look towards Shiv's wounds. But alive would be preferable.
I'll tell you this much, Mr. Falcone. You're in a position of bargaining. If you think I have any sway over Ophelia, I think it's been very evident that I do not. But I know if anything stands between her and Dean, she'll burn the fucking world.
But how can we trust you? How can we trust...
You can't. You can't trust me. I live in the shadows. You're the thing on my menu, sweetheart. You are what I eat.
Well, if that's what it ends up with being, I hope I give you a fucking indigestion.
I hope I'm inspiring a little bit of confidence in me by being honest. Would you like me to say, oh, you're completely safe with me. I will do you absolutely no harm.
No, I think we both all here.
Would
if you all know, that would be lie.
Right. You're useful to me.
All I want for you to tell us is a little bit more information on how we can actually succeed in this. Because you obviously know your opponent. We do not.
I have met them and I know a bit about them.
See something helpful.
Right. They don't go after our kind just to take out one. They look at us as rats' nests. If they take one of us, they usually want the full pack.
And are you a pack?
We're a family. Broken, fucked up. That's all families are.
It's true.
I'm sure in a matter of minutes or hours, Ophelia, I'm guessing Ophelia is going to be contacted by them. And they're going to create a situation that stirs up an emotion in her to run towards danger. And this is where you guys come in. If she goes, she dies. He dies. We might die.
I'm still wondering why I should care.
Oh no, you don't have to care. I'm relaying information and hoping that we can, if not trust each other, pull in the same direction. Because believe you me, right now, if her and that state she's in deems you not useful, I don't know. Better the devil you know than the devil you don't. She's like a caged she-wolf. Prodded and beaten. She will act out. Trust me on that. I know. I'll leave you to it. Come find us when you're done. He glides into the shadow. For a minute, like his very distinct features glides in almost like it's a skull-like as he drifts into the shadows.
I walk over to one of the work lights that Sean's got standing in the garage. I flip it on and I just turn it towards where he was standing. Just like flooding in the light, just making sure.
And I was just like thinking that Marianne wanted Shiv to go over and just like, where is it? But but not do it. But yeah.
And like turns down. Jesus fucking Christ! Somebody should have put a fucking bell on that one.
I think we need more lights in here in general. Just more lights.
Yeah.
Everybody, more lights.
Yeah.
More lights.
Aziz, lights.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My thought as so exactly.
But did he have a point?
Well, I don't like the fella. One bit.
Well, he's
my
got a
thought
point.
is, he's got a point. If we don't do this, I think we're dead for.
I think you made that pretty clear.
Yeah.
And I think also made it pretty clear that he wouldn't be able to help. Which also begs the question what fucking help he was with the heist in the first place. But what we could do though is, I know some people. If we need more muscle, that shouldn't be a problem. I mean, as long as they give it some spending money, just I could draw up some muscle. I mean, if they're just human. After all,
Is that what he said?
Well, they said they cut them, they bleed, and they died like us. So clearly they're not like immortal. And what they'd strictly done is kidnap someone, demanding technically ransom for them. Oh. That sort of operation is not something that my kind takes very light views upon when it's done unauthorized and on the cowboy shit like this.
It's
true.
True.
None of this has been cleared with any of the families.
Or has
We
it?
need more
don't
intel.
know.
Christopher Falcone, I would like you to roll an int.
I mean,
In streetwise, actually.
Because Okay, maybe the Irish, but nobody would give green light to whack the nephew of the Russian mob leader. No one is that goddamn crazy.
No.
That is just insane to do. Isn't... Oh, that's Streetwise, yeah. It's skill. That's why I didn't find it. No, maybe not using regular D10s and using vampire dices instead. And I even had a 10. 3 successes.
Good enough. Your chain of thought starting to make sense to you, because you're saying these fuckers killed Dmitri. So it's then trying, maybe, getting the Russians interested in them.
Actually, not too bad idea. I mean, hi, these
Well, it
guys.
is your own.
Yeah, I mean, these guys get crashed looking to kidnap Miss Masters for cash, and end up taking her bodyguard instead.
And this is a problem because they were sneaking in on your territory for kidnapping, which is more your family's business. So maybe there's something there.
We definitely might need her to reach out to the Russians while I give a bit of an update to my family situation. Yeah, even though, anyway, it would be a good idea for Chris to put that sort of spin on it, to sell it to his family, to put it actually the word out on the street. Because if the word on the street already is that a bunch of cowboys were responsible for Dimitri's death by illegally infringing on protected rackets, that would look better for Chris's life expectancy. A lot. So yeah, so I definitely should talk to my guys, tell them about that, because I mean, kidnapping and trying to kidnap a high value target such as Miss Masters. Naughty.
A public high value target.
Yeah, and a very public attempt as well.
And whose grounds was the parking lot on? Which territory?
Was it just north of...
North of... let me have a look.
Because I'm pretty sure it wasn't... I'm pretty sure it actually would be, at the very least, Italian side of the turf, not necessarily...
The Russians are on the other side. I've given you...
Yeah, because I'm fairly certain that it's on the like the boss's side, and not my capo's side, but on the boss's side. I mean, like
it's actually quite a way north of Boston. It's just north of Woburn.
Because the Russians have, as you know, Christopher, they have the Central Hill Docks, Clam Point, and Fields Dorchester.
So it's Italian territory. Irish or south, more south.
So that also could be interesting. Just the mafioso mind.
Yeah. So probably should ask first of them.
How do you explain to them that you didn't kill this?
No, I'm not going to talk to the Russians at all because they shot my fucking head off the first time they see me. What I'm going to do is going to talk to my people, put the word out about how this, well, the non-supernatural version that would be, word out that that's what happened, and hopefully that'll be enough. But if not, hopefully we could get some backup from Miss Masters' point of view for that. I mean,
again, speaking of which, you hit.
Jesus fucking Christ! I'm looking like, is there any place left in darkness here for her to be in?
No, but it's Trixie actually coming in.
Okay.
And she's holding a cellular phone. They just called.
Right.
Are they still on? Or
No. But they called from a burner phone. But I have the number. If I get a computer, I can trace their location.
There's my office.
They've given Miss Masters 3 hours.
3 hours.
smart fuckers, keep it short, give them minimal time to prepare any sort of counter attack. It's smart.
She's very distraught. I can get the location.
Run.
Do it.
She hurries. She looks very young all of a sudden, almost like she's 10. Almost like her physical self. It's like it freaks you out for a minute. Because she looks young, like early 20s, not 10.
Then again, Miss Masters doesn't look... When was this picture made, Shiv? Like 1850?
1820.
1820. So, well, she doesn't look 190 years old either, so...
It's a fucking clusterfuck, this is.
I'm less worried going up than... I mean, I would have been more worried if there were actual... Well, when I point towards the office and spells out vampires really low, like whispering it. Well, that would have worried me more. Well, let's see if she find a location. And pray that is some place where we know who controls the streets.
So the question now is, what are your weapons of choice?
Ooh, I have to do a rouse check.
Yes.
On who?
We're good. We're good. We're good.
Not my leg.
We can feel like, at least since this is a flashback, we can at least feel minutely safe that we are not the ones that are going to be violently ripped to pieces and eaten at this moment.
A couple of minutes later, she comes down with a piece of paper. It's an address to an apartment building. And what do you know, Christopher?
Where is it located?
It's in your family's.
The Falcone's families. Excellent. Do I know anything about the area? Like what sort of, is it high end, low end?
It's very low income. It's rent apartments. They are shanty, they are shitty. It's high turnover rents.
So it's high rises, like sort of like...
apartment
yeah.
buildings, yeah.
Jesus fucking Christ. Yeah, well,
Even
there's someone slumming it.
It's not it's red brick. It's probably like 10 storage high, and it's low income rent. You have most of the businesses under your banner, but these buildings here is under your family's control. Like,
no, that's good.
You rent them out.
No, that's good, because if it's been similar, I mean, if it'd been a little further south or somewhere, one of the more jungle areas, it would be really fucked up. But at least here we know who's calling the shots. Excellent. I'm gonna make a call.
I think I need to do the same.
I don't know what the fuck I should do. I guess get some clothes on. I'll hit the showers just very briefly to get excess blood off me, and get into something a little bit more practical than underwear and a shirt.
You've been arguing like in an underwear shirt, as one does. I'm powerful, bitch.
I don't think that was on her mind.
No, but that's beautiful. All right, Christopher, you do the phone calling.
Just dynamically wise, would it be natural of him to directly call his uncle, or would he? Yeah, I call it straight up. Then I call it straight away and just dial up and
Yeah, and you have his personal number, so you know you're gonna reach
yeah.
him, and you hear, oh, it's what the one.
It's not. That's not really.
But they also you hear, hello, Christopher.
Yeah. Can we talk?
Oh, thank the Blessed Mary herself. Are you all right?
Yeah, I'm alright, but you don't know if there's been given no permission, right, for any cowboy acts to kidnap anyone or do any sort of, because somebody just tried to kidnap. I don't know if you know her, Miss Ophelia Masters.
The daughter of
Montgomery the daughter
Masters.
On family turf.
On our turf.
Yeah. On the boss of bosses turf, on Salem's turf.
Oh, that's. Okay.
It gets worse because they blew up a car while doing it.
Okay.
With the Russian in it.
The boss's nephew.
Yeah, the Russian boss's cousin. Yeah.
Oh, Christopher, this just got really bad really fast.
It's getting worse. The assholes are hiding in one of in one of your family, one of your own lots down at, and I tell them the building address. They called and made a ransom demand for the bodyguard, and the call came from that place. Idiots didn't know that it could be traced.
This needs to be handled immediately, Christopher. You need to get.
Oh well, I've been making some extra money doing some bodyguarding work and some extra security work for Miss Masters. That's why I'm involved. So that's why I was there.
You need to get her immediately. I need to hit the phone. I need to get the generals there.
Yeah, no, I mean, I suggest we hit him hard, get him out of there, make an example of it, makes damn sure that we had nothing to do with this. This was a violation of our turf and our business, and that we won't tolerate these kind of gung-ho amateur cowboy assholes going around doing whatever the hell they want. I mean, God forbid the Russians think we had anything to do with it. It might end up in a goddamn war.
This is, if you know anything about the boss, he does not take lightly to any threats to his family or perceived threats.
Nope.
We need to get ahead of this, Christopher, and we need to get ahead of that pretty smart and quick.
So it's just hitting these people. It's like making a show of it.
We'll lose soldiers, but...
Yeah, I got a couple of tactical support that can help. I got a driver, and I got two drivers that can help. But I can use some extra muscle to get this done.
All right, you need to get her as soon as possible. I need to get calling, and I need to figure out if he knows.
Yeah.
How long is it since the car blew up?
How long has it been? About like hour and a half.
Hour and a half.
Yeah, about an hour and a half. We had to get away from there and get somewhere safe. We dumped our phones as soon as it happened in case they were being traced.
I'm gonna go with the fact that we just have to presume that Vasily already knows. We just have to go with that.
But there's a time ticking. It's 3 hours from now. They're expecting to get the payment. I don't think she's gonna pay to honor that payment. I mean, would you pay someone who's couldn't be your bodyguard to get it back? I mean, you know as well as I do. As soon as you do something like that, you leave yourself open to this happening all the time. So if we want to get ahead of it we have to be able to act within 3 hours.
Christopher, you have the daughter, Miss Masters.
Yeah, she is safe.
All right.
They only managed to take her bodyguard.
There's one way. There's maybe one way we can get the Russians to quiet down for a minute. We need cash, and we need a lot of it.
I think I can be able to procure that from Miss Masters. She's quite distraught of the attack, and I don't think she'll spare any means to get her asset back.
I'm thinking that's the only way I can have a parlay with Vasily, if there's some cold hard cash to smoothen at least the sit down.
I can fix that. But should we strike these people before the sit down? I mean, you can't pull that sort of on that kind of time.
No, we need to act, and we need to act immediately, and we'll hopefully give them. We can show them bodies or something to satisfy their vengeance. Whatever story we're selling here, Christopher, it needs to be tight. Vasily is not a fool.
No, he's not. But he like any person, he can be reasoned with him if played right. And I think you know how to handle that situation, and I'm sure you'll be able to see to make Mr. Salem see the situation as well. And if not, his consigliere Pelosi should be able to.
I will see what I can find. I'll try to dual wield this situation. You might have to take the knee as well here for a minute and grovel a bit. We'll see. I don't know. We'll see.
I'll do whatever it takes. You don't have to worry about me. If someone's got to fall on the sword, I'll do it.
We will have none of that.
But like I said, I'm going to need some men. And
he says like you can hear him shouting like half American, half Italian.
Yeah. And
Rapido.
And I wouldn't want to suppose or do anything, but maybe this might benefit from Mrs. Strasula's hand as well. I mean, if there's one man who knows how to get shit like this done, he's the guy.
I will be very vigilant, and I'll just what you can do on your end, I'll take care of what I can take care of on my end, and meet up at the Bella.
Just give me a date. Just give me a time.
As soon as you can.
Okay,
we have 3 hours. We don't have time.
No, I'll get the money and I'll come immediately.
Excellent. Good luck.
Thank you.
In the meantime, we're just going to go over to Sean because he's also on the phone.
Mm-hmm.
Who you be calling?
I'm calling the father of the kid.
It's the middle of the night.
That just
all right.
will underscore the severity of.
We'll see if you wake him up. Give me high for waking up, I think. Low for not waking up.
Yeah.
So that's a 5. So that's waking up, isn't it? That would be waking up. Is it? Or is it not?
No, I think it probably is that time when you let it ring for maybe 2-3 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, and then you wake him up.
Yeah. You hear a sluggish voice saying, "Yes, what's the emergency? What's going on?"
This is Sean here.
Sean?
Yes.
You hear someone like searching a nightstand or something. It's 1:15 in the morning.
Yes, it is.
It's not even morning. It's night. What's going on? You have a car emergency?
No, I have had other emergencies. And it seems as though your kid, Jimmy, has put me in a sort of pickle.
What? Has he crashed one of your cars? Has he?
I think it's better we talk under 6 eyes.
Of course. If you, of course. Can it be tomorrow though? It's.
Of course.
It's a
I
bit
owe
late.
you that much.
Oh, all right. I hear you. It's serious, Sean, and
just make
by all
sure your
means.
kid is there.
Well, call me tomorrow morning, and I'll make sure that he doesn't leave.
That is good.
Sure.
Talk to you later.
Okay. You hear he was already very flustered, and oh my god, was he now stealing something? Smoked dope.
Almost gotten somebody killed.
All of y'all.
Well, actually, getting all of us killed would probably be better for him, because right now he might be construed as being responsible for getting Dimitri killed, which is worse.
Yes.
So again, all of you three are left alone.
So what do you think we need for this operation?
Well, I don't know what's more scary, this job or your past, Sean, but...
my uncle was in the IRA.
I mean, that old political thing, never really bothered to take any sides on that, but I'll support any struggle for any liberation struggle there is.
Well, he had to run, and he had to bring some shit with him. So, yeah. Well,
we might need that. We might not need the heavy tools. Walk over and pick up. What exactly is in that? What do you have in your little cupboard of toys? Which sounds so naughty.
Well, with 3 dots in what's it called?
Armory.
In armory. That's a lot.
You have a bit of things that go boom.
Yeah. Handguns, yes. Semi-automatic rifles, yes. Shotguns, yes. Stab vests, yes.
How much are you now relaying to them, Christopher? Because they have not really heard the conversation on the phone.
I'll walk over and
Sean is just excited because he's like, "Oh, guns! Oh yes, guns!"
Okay, do you have like automatic shotguns, semi-automatic shotguns, or
semi? Yes.
Keep these handy for close encounters. Okay, what we need to do is we need to convince Ophelia that we need money to buy appeasement from the Russians. That way, I can promise her more men from our side. We'll hit the people who got Dean, get Dean back, and that should take care of their side of the story. What I'm going to get to do is get my uncle, Mr. Falcone, to have a sit down. He's going to have a sit down with the Russians, and essentially just hand them a shitload of cash, to get it, and hopefully to make them see that we are not responsible for these cowboy kidnapping lunatics and their actions. So I guess I'll have to go out and talk to the lady that just...
I'll just follow Lee, because this is not really my strong suit.
You're gonna stay. I don't want you to. I don't want to have any argument on this. Shiv, it's not a reflection of what I think about your abilities, but I don't want you to come in on any gunfighting. You've already been shot twice today. I'm not gonna be, because of me. I'm not gonna have you shot a third time and have that on my conscience.
But I'm fine. I
walk over to the glass.
I guess it makes sense right now, but yeah, and I'll just pull down my... I'm fine.
I walk over to the whiskey glass, walk over to her, and cling, cling, cling with the bullet in it. That's not fine. That's not fine.
No, but look. There's... Whatever tricks they did, I'm fine. I mean, sure, my leg hurts, but I'm...
Jesus, fuck.
And I'll walk over and
check out on her arm.
Yeah.
So she can fix
what are these creatures?
From a hole in the chest. They can fix you. What can't they fix?
What did you do? Hand healing? They got the healing hands?
I don't think it was her hands.
Just saying.
Ooh. And I look down at her thigh.
Perfectly fine fat thigh.
He was like, ew.
Yeah.
And I thought they were done. And I thought leeches were done. They were done using leeches in medical treatment sometime around the 17th century.
It's what the kind of lazy.
But yeah, well, I don't want to get shot again. I had her stab rest at the very least. I mean, please, for my peace of mind, at the very least.
Oh no, thank you. I'm not that stupid. But enough.
It's like, how dare you? I'm a strong woman. Give me the stab rest. Give me the stab rest.
Yeah, I don't, even though I'm patched up, I don't think I wanna. I don't need to bleed more tonight.
No, but like I said, hopefully I'll get some soldiers.
Especially not now that I know that they actually, are what they are. I don't think bleeding in front of them is a necessarily good thing.
No, I mean, they might heal you, or they might just, well, I mean, again, he touches his neck like.
Well, it can be both a savior and a meal.
And I looked towards Siobhan. You read and like stuff. What does the books and stories say about people who get bitten by, well...
I'll probably have to amputate from the head and up.
What Sean said.
He's again very concerned about himself. He had a moment for you, and then he's straight back to be very concerned about Christopher.
That's
but look at me, I'm already looking a bit paler. I can't turn into vampire. Right? I can't hide in darkness. I need my sun.
Maybe you'll turn into that bug-eaten Borwick. No, the other one.
No, my luck, I'll end up like the Count from Sesame Street.
Yeah,
I think...
Or Rüdiger, the one who just eats ketchup.
I might have read or seen something, Chris, but whatever information we have through books and movies, it's diluted facts. It's probably not even facts. It's probably just, I don't even know, like, what is the truth about these creatures?
I still have to stock up on ketchup, though.
No, we've been over this before. The two things you're not allowed to talk about, that's parrots, and that's that disgusting thing known as ketchup. It's like affront to my people. That's what it is. It's a big fuck you to the Italian race.
And now let's see how angry he gets now. And pineapple and pizza.
I want to punch you. I want to punch you so bad, but I can't.
He's having a moment.
You deserve it.
Yeah.
Nobody deserves pineapple and pizza.
The people that eat that are dead inside. GM has ruled. There are no pineapple on pizza in this world.
My mother likes it.
Dead inside anyway.
Okay.
I will not have it. But 2 seconds, because we need a little break. Because I need a little break.
And now I'm hungry.
I need a little more.
Oh, I have pizza with a pineapple.
See, that's what I want now.
No!
Yo!
What the hell? Yeah, I'm not into it. I don't like it.
I'm allergic to pineapple, so.
We're gonna have a quick break. See you guys in just a couple of minutes and see what happens next. Bye. Girl. Hi, and welcome back from the break. We're going to go directly into the scene where our players are getting ready for some action. Going into the garage.
So anyway, I'll go out and talk to Miss Masters about expenses for the job, and some good news that we bring some extra guns to the table. Like I said, you two have one prime directive for the rest of the night, and it's not getting shot. I already got enough shit on my conscience to carry that as well. And in Shiv's case, not getting shot again.
That would be good. That would be nice. I'll actually pack like a little medic bag. Lesson learned.
I'm starting to put away the shot glasses.
You walk outside. You see is clearly distraught, stressed out Ophelia Masters walking around. Aiden seems to be trying to talk her down, but she's dismissing him constantly. And Trixie seems like she doesn't know really what to do. Like just fiddling her hands, looking nervous.
I'm sorry to intrude, but Miss Masters?
Christopher, yes.
It might not look like this right now, but we actually caught a bit of a break here. Because the address that Trixie traced this phone call to is one of the buildings that belongs to my uncle. Which means we can get their help. I can get muscle from them to help us hit them and get Dean back. But for that to happen, I don't know if you noticed who the other persons were back there at the meet when everything went wrong, but you got shot. What happened was that they blew up the car with Dmitry, nephew of Vasily, the Russian head of the Russian mafia, which is a bit bad news, because he will burn the city down looking for revenge. Now, I've talked to my uncle, and he can he can take care of a sit-down with Vasily, and get him to explain that these crazy-ass independent cowboys tried to kidnap you, and that Dmitry died as a result of that. If you manage to pull that off, and we can in the meantime go and get Dean back with the help of some of my associates, some friends of mine, afterwards it could probably mean that, well, the Russians going to be after them as well. We should take the heat off you and your kind, and get you the revenge you want for what they've done. Because if the Russians go after these people, I don't want to be them at least. And I'll hunt them to the ends of the earth.
You are thinking very clever on your feet, Christopher. I knew there was a reason. I have one request of you then, and this is the important bit. Dean might be in a state, and it's very important that your other associates don't understand what he is. You and your friends must be the one that gets him out.
We'll just use the other to sort of, what should we say, weed out the defenses. We'll go in and get him. And two things though. One, I'll stand by to say that all the payment I want is what I've already mentioned. I don't want anything more, but I'm going to need some cash for expenses to pay off the Russians. As much as you can drum up in a shot as soon as I'm on the foot right now, because we're going to need them not to, well, destroy any attempts we have at getting it back, because it's going to be hard for me and my friends to save Dean if the Russian cuts us heads off and stuffs on us in tiny boxes and dumps on the Boston Harbor.
I understand. money is not a problem.
Makes sense. I will go and talk to my uncle as soon as possible. Get the extra men, and I can assure you, we'll go in and get him out. They'll just be there to help getting the security and, well, make sure that we get to Dean. The other thing, though, you said he might be in a bit of a state. Just thinking about what happened when he looks back into the garage and he touches his neck. I'm assuming that he might be in a... Well, for lack of a better word, I'm going to say hungry.
He might be in many different states. It depends what I've done to him.
I'm just worried that maybe he'll not react logically to the situation and rather just, well, help himself to the first poor schmuck who sticks his head in his way. If you get my drift.
I understand your concern. I have faith that he will do his best not to harm you.
I'll trust your judgment on that.
She just says it sort of like deadpan cold. It's like, if one of you die, not my problem.
Yeah, I get that, but he's just going to retort, well, I'll trust your judgment on that, and just file it away as well. Thank you for nothing.
I have enough funds to satisfy any mob boss greedy little needs at my estate.
Then I suggest we journey there, get that. I'll drive over to my uncle, hand over the money, get the help, more importantly, get working space for myself and the others, and we'll go and get Dina's right after that.
You make it sound so easy, Christopher.
Well, it's one of those situations where it's quite simple, really. There's only two options. We get them and we don't. There's only two ways this can fall. And the fact that they showed the area they chose, that's going to help us. We're going to know the building. We're going to know a contact there that can explain to us where people are, who's renting who. And the super there will have an idea of where these strange newcomers might be.
Good.
And I was given to understand from Mr. Price that they'd be expecting you and your kind, but, well, not us and our kind.
No, they will expect me.
Oh, and Chris just got a very, very naughty and evil thought.
I know what he's thinking, and I'm like, no, no, Christopher, no.
Well, I'll just go in and talk to the two others. I'll go
What
back
was
in
the
again.
very, very naughty thought?
I'm like, I know what he's thinking.
I'm out of it as well, so it's...
Bad,
I'll walk in
Christopher.
and
I'm just thinking
Okay.
something to do with Chris being number one.
Probably.
no, not with him being
No.
number one. Let's see, if he could pull this off, he would do it. But I don't think he'd be quite successful as Willem Dafoe is in Boondock Saints.
Oh my god,
I'm gonna go with Miss Masters now to get the cash, go meet my uncle, get us some backup, but we have to be the one that gets Dean out, because, well, they can't learn the assistance up. But that'll help us, and plus, we'll get to name whoever runs the building, so we'll get a good detail of the building when we get there. They're gonna be, the one thing we got going for us is that they're gonna be expecting Miss Masters and her kind, and not our kind.
So we'll be the
And I'm not gonna-
position.
Yeah, I'm just gonna throw this out here, and I don't like it. I don't want it, but it might give us a bit of a surprise element. And that is if Miss Masters actually shows up.
That's what I was.
So, how fucked up is that dress of yours, Shiv? And the wig?
Oh, that's fucked up.
The dress is a little bloody, but fine.
if you want, it's up to you. I'm not I don't like the idea, and I can't promise it's safe, but it would surprise them, I think, because they can expect someone they've got power from to show up, and when they realize there's a switcheroo,
But
might give us
they
the
just shoot me on sight, like
Oh,
they
they'll
did
probably
before.
do that anyway.
oh no, let me put it like this way. Oh yeah, they'd probably shoot it, but they don't just want Miss Masters. They want Miss Masters. They want Dean. They want Mr. Price and Trixie as well. I mean, these people want. So if just
The whole nest.
yeah, if just one of the masters there, they're gonna demand that the others there. Because what exactly did they ask for? And I turn around and I'm just gonna assume that Trixie's standing there, looking at us. What exactly did they ask? Demand is probably more the correct word.
If she didn't show, they would just start taking bits of him.
Just her or anyone else as well?
Only her so far.
Okay. Where was the meet supposed? Where are they supposed to meet her? Did they give you a location?
They're supposed to call back in like the 10 minutes before. And then she has to go.
That means we have about 1 hour.
A little under an hour to get there and hit them.
Yeah.
But do
hours.
they know exactly what she looks like? They probably do. I'm guessing these guys do their homework. After all, they showed up in a so-called secret location.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure how they managed to track that there, but I'm gonna just go ahead and assume that they have some way of identifying your kind. I'll look over at Twix again.
She looks almost like guilty.
But
I didn't mean to. He was nice before, but he's so angry now, and he used to be an angel, and he isn't now. I think he has horns, and I'm very upset, and he scares me, and I don't want to talk about it.
So you gave someone information that led them to the location, the parking lot.
No, but sometimes he comes in my head when I sleep, and we see things, and he's so mad, he picks out stuff.
You lost me at hello.
yeah,
It's difficult. This is on the other side, where the horses run.
Spain?
She's like, you don't understand. It's on the other side, but he's so mad. He used to be nice. We used to be friends.
and somewhere about a week from now in the house, Christopher suddenly says, "Horses." Anyway,
But
okay,
no.
so
Whatever
they'll know.
this man.
Yeah, so they'll know, but they want. So we can. Yeah.
No, but how do they know? Because if they know, if they can identify us versus you, then it doesn't matter if I'm dressed up.
Oh no,
like
but he'll
her.
throw them. But that's
Well-
perfect. That's even better.
Unless we need to know what it is. How?
They have these golden halo things, and I think they can see thingies from us. If I put some on me or on you, maybe they think you're us.
No, we don't want that. We need them confused.
Oh.
Well, confused for a bit would probably.
I mean, I'll follow your lead, your plan, but
Well, I told
it
you.
will
my
be
plan.
foolish to go in if they can identify me as not that.
Yeah, we want to
straight
make them
up the
guessing.
echo.
Yeah, we want to make them keep guessing, like wondering, not being sure, and we want to take them by surprise. If you can do that, it'd be a good idea. And just remember that we're not going to put you in any harm's way, like we did last time, because we're not going to repeat of you getting shot. But we're gonna surprise
Preferably
them.
not.
Okay, but you guys get ready with the equipment you need and cars and all that, whatever we need, and we'll meet. How far is it from to the building from where we're now? Would it be suitable to meet back at the garage, or would it be smarter to meet somewhere closer to the high rise?
Well, now it's suitable for you to actually meet at the Bella.
Yeah. Well, then we meet at the Bella. Yeah, because that's where we're gonna end up.
Bella in 45.
Yeah.
Because from Bella to your district, that is like a 10-minute burp to the apartment complex. Okay,
so we'll wait up for me outside the Bella.
Right.
Well, obviously, I'm gonna say Miss Masters also in.
Yeah.
She says, "Well, I'll take my Aiden and Trixie, get the money. I'll be generous, and I'll meet you at the Bella."
Excellent. Well, we'll meet there. Godspeed. As soon as he says that, he bites his tongue because that might be deemed inappropriate, but hell, he's not used to dealing with demons.
And if anyone can help us get hold of some night vision goggles, that would be most excellent.
Who would have night vision goggles just laying about? It's a quite high-tech thing.
Probably her father's security, or her father's security team.
Security team, yeah, they would have.
Just off the top of my head.
They would have. If you say that, I'll see what I can do. The time is very crunched.
That's why I'm asking. I could get hold of some, but it would take time.
At this point, your memory is woozy. You're drifting in and out for a minute. You clearly remember traveling, discussing stuff in the car. Christopher feeling bad yet again. Shiv is going to be put in front to be a distraction. The memories do not become clear and you don't sit in this reality before you are in the Bella in front of your uncle. Siobhan and Sean, are they in the Bella with you or will they be waiting outside?
Depends if they want that kind of exposure to the mafia. I mean, they can come in. I will take them in if you want to, but
I think I would deem in this situation that they would probably prefer them to be there because it's such an intense. Like they want to see who are we dealing with, so she then him and her don't get shot by the good fellows. Yep.
The best laid plan of men and mice. Or vampires and prey.
You see all of the closest associates. Not the big mob boss himself is not here.
But
you see his second in command is there.
Bobby Luisi is
Luisi, yeah.
Senior. Is it just him and people from Falcone's crew, or the Luisi crew and the Sorrow crew is represented as well?
Oh, all the crews are represented.
So Roman Luisi and Antonio Sorrow is there as well. Like the Kappas.
But not the big boss himself.
No, not Salam. Of course, he wouldn't. He's insulated from that sort of thing. He wouldn't show up for that.
No. But he sent his cowboys, and everybody's smoking, and there's like whiskey and wine on the table, and you see there's been a lot of discussion, and
I'll walk in with money.
You don't even know how much money you have.
No, I know I haven't bothered counting it.
You see your uncle, Christopher.
I walk forward and to do the full honourable salute, lean down, kiss the ring, kind of a deal. And I extend the same and extend after I greet him, I'll greet the others as well, and finally greeting the underboss.
Yeah. You see, the underboss is. We do not wish a war with the Russians at this point.
And nod. Completely understand that.
It is not the right time. That's not to say that we don't want to push them out in the future. But right now, we don't want a mad, wounded bear like Vasily can be when he feels hurt. I think the damage he will do to us and the families and the city is too big a price to pay at this point.
Which is important. Why it's important that he learns that who's responsible for this. These crazy out of town cowboys.
We want them dead. We want them gone. Whoever they are affiliated with, we want that information. If this is an outside group trying to infringe on our business, we want to make a very clear statement that we will not stand by and let another unknown group muscle in on our territory and our business. It will show us as weak if we don't hit hard.
Of course, Mr. Lisi. I don't have any full information, but what I've learned, what I've picked up, what intel I've been able to put together, points to these people being highly disorganized, being just thugs, criminals, riffraff, just an out-of-town crew who don't respect any allegiances, don't hold any allegiance, and don't respect any traditions or values. Just go and take what they want when they want.
So they're not affiliated to any foreign groups or families?
I have not been able to find out anything like that, but well, I haven't had that much time either, but so far everything points out these just being common crooks. But we'll find out.
He takes a drag of a cigarette, and if you can get one of them alive, I would very much appreciate it, just to make sure.
We'll try, but with these kind of people, someone's crazy enough to do what they did to Dmitri, I'm afraid there might be some serious mental deficiencies and probably drug use, and I mean, no one in their right mind would do what they did.
Right.
On our family's turf as well. It's suicidal.
Your uncle looks at him and says, "Are you satisfied with this?" And he's like, "I'm satisfied with this." And then your uncle looks at you. The building is rented out, the top floor. The studio apartment is rented out recently to James Smith.
Yeah, that's
Paid in cash.
inconspicuous.
But this is not uncommon in this area.
Anyone who can afford a credit card or wouldn't be living in those kind of places anyway. Here, for the meat, is what I could manage to get my hand on to bring some meat to buy some appeasement from Vasily. I pushed the briefcase on the table, put it on the table and push it towards him.
He takes out his cigar, he takes it open, and he just looks at it, and then he shuts it.
I only apologise that I didn't manage to get more, but I'll hope this will begin to set things right.
He taps it. I think this is a very good starting point to appease Vasily's hurt feelings.
Little cutscene right here. Christopher is just in his mind. Yeah, if even half of that actually makes it to Vasily, I'll be fucking surprised. Because each one of those bastards couples going to line their pockets with a fat load of it, kick a lot of it up the salam.
Of course they are. You know they are. They take cuts.
Of course.
And he was just happily patting it. You don't know. It could be 100,000. It could be a cool million. You're not sure how much is in that.
There's a reason he didn't open it, because he wouldn't be tempted to pocket some of it for himself. So he avoided that temptation.
All the capos have men here for you. You have 10 men at your disposal, Christopher.
I'm honoured. I would ask that, since these assholes put me in this difficult position and almost killed me as well, that I be the one that extracts Miss Masters' bodyguard and gets to put a bullet in their head. I feel that I'm the one that should be the final trigger, pull the final trigger to peace our family's honor.
He looks around to the other capos, and they're like, that's very reasonable. We respect that. Your uncle smiles at you, like almost like he's like approving that you're showing initiative. This is very good. This is very good when we're going to do the talk with Vasily. Perfect. Well, time is of the essence. There's walkie-talkies and telephones on the table. Take what you need. The car's outside for the soldiers. And I will be waiting a phone call telling me that everything went according to plan. Christopher.
Thank you. And thank you for trusting me to handle the situation. And I'll get up and gather the 10 men and walk out.
Oh, they are a rough crowd. These are very rough. But these are also the type of gangsters that will go in a gunfight in a suit.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, whether that is a Armani suit or a tracksuit depends a bit upon the day of the week.
You have a bit of both here, actually. You have the leather jackets, and then you have the shiny suits, and then you have the trackies. Scarred up, you have the slick guys with a toothpick, the big burly dudes, and the more like the skinny, more like radish looking fellows.
I actually think Chris is gonna get brought a little change of clothing because, I mean, suits are expensive, so he's gonna slide into a tracksuit with some more sensible sneaker shoes.
We're gonna do a little scene before Christopher comes out to you guys. You're sitting inside, right?
Yeah,
I think
inside.
I'm standing nervously close to the door, smoking, just looking at the scene.
Yeah, you see the car and you see Aiden is leaning against the car. Looking at you intensively.
Sorry, me or
Yeah.
Sean?
Yeah. No, you, because you're closest.
I'm inside, he's outside? Or
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'll just stare right back at him. Not necessarily a very friendly stare.
Best stuff, motherfucker.
You know, I read in this magazine that if two people stare at each other for 10 minutes, there's actually a big chance they'll fall in love. Sips his cappuccino.
I'll just laugh.
It's very
And keep
strange,
staring at him.
Yeah. She's dressed as Ophelia again.
Yeah. It's clearly fucking with his mind.
He's just very intensely staring at you.
No, don't do
Sure,
that.
I don't. I think I'm quite afraid of what actually will happen if I stare at vampires.
You'll turn into a stone.
Or a toad. Or maybe a newt.
You never know.
No.
You may be a shrimp.
Yeah, you know what to do with shrimp in Boston.
They eat them.
Yeah.
Clearly, he does not make a move to enter, except for the fact that you feel his eyes on you the entire time. And then, not too long after, Christopher walks out with the crew. And again, it's an entourage. It's a gallery of characters from any mob movie you've ever seen. These are good fellows. The one more good fellowy than the other.
Vinny's not part of this gang, right?
No.
Had to make sure.
Like it's not as much for his protection. It's he doesn't end up shooting us in the back.
So let's ride.
That's right. And these are the other. These are my associates, and so please familiarize yourself with their faces and please note that Miss Siobhan here is made up to look like the person they tried to kidnap originally, so she might remove her wig at some point, so memorize her facial lines so you don't mistake her for an enemy once bullets start flying.
Telephones, walkie-talkies, whatever you choose, are being dealt out. Outside, the boys, the soldiers, get into the car. They're gonna wait on Christopher's lead because he's head tactical in this.
Once we get there, we're gonna need one man posted at how many exits does the building have? It's like probably at least one stairwell and elevators.
No, elevator doesn't work.
Okay.
Staircase, and there's also on the back of the building there is an emergency exit.
Okay, so we'll have one stationed in the staircase, one in the lobby, like main area and one by the fire escape. So we cover all exits in case someone's trying to make a run for it.
They are, as you understand, they're on the top floor. There is a skylight on the top.
That goes into the parts, and like it's just one big apartment on top, so it's like all
big ass like a loft, but with rooms. But it's the top floor.
What do you say, Sean?
I'm thinking we go in from the top, and your crew goes in from the bottom.
Yeah.
And make sure that they make as much noise as possible.
Yeah. Once things start firing, you'll work yourself to the main entrance to the apartment and hold that. And also, keep them engaged there. We'll come in from the top.
Also be aware that this place might be trapped. So look out for wires.
Yeah, if these
are gorilla.
Yeah. If these are tweakers, that sort of kind of deranged shit they do.
Yeah, no, but I also remember my uncle. He he had a friend who went straight into a Protestant building, booby-trapped with claymores.
Protestants.
One of the main soldiers is like, so you really want us to make a lot of action in the front?
Oh yes.
But not unless we first give you the word to make sure that we are in position. Unless, of course, we are somehow discovered and action kicks off. In which case, blast them to hell.
We'll wait on your go. Before you leave, of course, Aiden's been leaning to the car, staring a hole in Siobhan's head. He gets up off the car and he walks towards you.
It's not nice staring like that.
I quietly think, well, here comes Mr. Positive.
He gives them no attention and bears them no mind. He does this and he reaches for something inside his coat.
Bit scared of what's coming out.
It's a tiny chain and there's a vial, glass vial. He walks over to you and you see in the expression on his face, he's like almost, may I?
What is that?
It's a gift from Trixie.
Yes, you may.
He takes the chain and lifts it over your head. For a second you can feel his fingers brushing your cheekbones. It sends chills because his hands is cold. It's also very intimate. As he gently lays the vial on your chest. She is said to say this to fool their sparkly gaze and make them think you're one of us. You'll crack it. break the glass.
Will you guys be there?
We'll be there, but we can't be close to the building. They'll know we're there.
Well, say thanks.
He moves off and gets into the car. And they drive off.
Is Sean close to me or anything?
Yeah, well, he's
right,
yeah, because
right.
because he's like, "What's he doing? What's he doing?" But it was a very intimate moment. You felt
He gives me chills down my spine. I don't know what it is. Strange.
He's dead.
This is true. But is he though?
I don't know.
I know too little. And that is strange. I don't like that.
I'm wondering what else is out there. If there's vampires, there's ghosts, maybe there's
werewolves.
Crosser ghosts. I mean, that's a given. I mean, why wouldn't there be ghosts of the vampires? But like, werewolves,
of course, there's the holy.
Stop
ghosts.
being silly.
I hope we'll never find out.
Yeah, that would be weird.
I'm on Team Shiv on that one.
Not finding out.
As you get into the car and you start the car, Sean, your head feels like it's going to explode. And you hear it's like a stampede of horses coming.
Fuck.
What?
And you almost like you're saying, fuck. Your mind splinters for a second and you see gunfires, you see fire, you see blood. You feel like you're choking on it. It's too much. It's too much. You hear someone else screaming in panic. As he says, fuck, all of you hear, the two of you, Chris and Shiv, you hear horses running, panicked. As he does, your mind feels like it's going to splinter into pieces and images flashes. Christopher, you see yourself sitting in a hallway with a gun to your head thinking, shit, fuck, not again. You're covered in blood. Siobhan, you see cold skin. You see a neck. You see beautiful black curls. You feel joy and sadness, everything at the same time, as a single tear runs down your cheek. As you feel soft, cold lips, kisses it away. Boom! You're back in real time.
And I'm in the closet with Trixie, I guess.
Yeah, but you're alone.
Is the box there? She was holding a box.
Mm-hmm.
Is it there?
Mm-hmm.
I'll open the box. If I can.
It's a silver chain connected to a piece of broken glass.
Take it up.
You feel woozy. I would like a rouse check.
From everyone?
Everyone.
How does it work? He asked ignorantly.
Hold on.
It's a D10 and it's above.
It's a D10.
Yeah,
I got an 8.
I got a 1.
Okay, but I can't eat Sean. I mean, I'm already pissed off my co-characters as much as well I can. Okay, so I wanted 1 and I want to roll more than what I want to roll more.
You can roll 2 dices and pick the highest.
Okay, 2d10, pick the highest. We want high numbers. Come on. I need not to eat my fellow players. 7,
Yeah,
is that good enough?
because
You
of
need,
my-
Yeah,
Yeah,
you need to.
yeah,
Pretty
you
sure.
need to. Yeah, you need a 6 or higher.
7.
Okay, I got a 7.
But you all feel like the pit of your bellies or your insides are almost like screaming. Like almost it's eating itself up, and you feel like spit or something gathering, like your teeth are aching, like your jawbones are aching. Like for a second you felt something creeping up and whispering, "Let go. Let me out."
Just really wanna. Chris just doubles over and like pain in his gut and like there's a claw there, and he for a second things just like
Just let go.
yeah, like give in to it. It's you, like put yourself first.
You're feeling like ketchup
just
now,
once.
aren't you?
And he looks dead into Sean's eyes, and he reaches out his hand, put it on his shoulder, and just, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. And if you excuse me, I gotta find Shiv and say the same to her.
Oh, I thought he was gonna attack.
Yeah, I thought he was going to go for it. I was like, he doesn't have
If
a
I hadn't rolled a 7, it would be munchy time, but he managed to keep in control this time.
Oh, oh. All right.
I like it when you scare the storyteller.
I was like, fuck it. It would be interesting, but
He turns around and walks up the stairs towards because you saw Shiv running up there earlier.
I'm following.
I'm thinking she's still sitting in the closet.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, well, it's a walk-in closet. It's a very nice closet. She has a box in front of her, and she's holding a silver chain with a broken vial. It saddens you to see it for some mysterious reason. And you get a flashback of you crying a tear and then being kissed away, and you felt sad and happy at the same time.
And you walk over to her and sit down in the opening of the closet, like not sitting, but like scooching down on my like on his knees. I'm sorry, Siobhan. That's all I can say, man. I have no right to be forgiven, but I'm sorry. And then he stands back up.
I don't know what you can say that will help in this situation. I don't know if sorry is the right words.
Well, if it's any hope, he'll have to live with this forever.
Oh.
Oh, we'll
If that gives you
Way
any
to
comfort.
lighten the mood.
Yeah.
I'll get you two is alive, I swear.
But in a way, this is also my fault. If I hadn't brought us the job in Paris, we wouldn't be here.
Don't think of it like that. If you got not rooting in like that, no. I'm the one who got us, and even though I don't know how, but I'm the one who got us in contact with these things with Miss Masters. The
Ah,
feeling.
for fuck's sake. Stop blaming yourself. Everybody knows it's always the Irish who's to blame.
Well, you know what they say about the Irish in you. Well,
We're fucked.
yeah. But I blame
Now
the
you're making
people
me
who let
deep
this.
down.
I blame the people who made this happen. Who let this situation escalate into this big clusterfuck.
still don't... I keep saying it, but I still don't understand why this had to happen. Who were those who wanted to harm her? Because obviously that has something to do with where we are now.
Well,
it must have.
I think those assholes, I think they found a way. I think they're the ones responsible for what happened to Dean. They won. They found a way to win without winning the war without winning the battle. I must
Who are
have
you
known
referring to?
The Cowboys?
Chess piece.
Look, they said that Dean had been sentenced to death because he had broken, what do they call it, the costume ball, the masquerade. Yeah, no, the masquerade, yeah. Don't you remember what they said to us back in the garage? That they hid, they lived in darkness.
Yeah.
They stayed out of the limelight, that's how they lived, that was a rule. They had to hide who they were. These people knew who they were, and clearly they knew that rule. They talked about a videotape of Dean breaking the masquerade.
In the most severe way.
Yeah. Someone got these people. Either they hatched that plan themselves, well, someone gave them that sort of information.
Yeah,
the best way to kill someone is to get them to hang themselves.
Aiden said that Ophelia had killed them when she revealed herself to us.
Yeah, but there's also this feller who brought the art into Boston. This Mr.
Exactly.
E.
Exactly.
I think
This is the X Factor, I think.
We fought and won a battle against the pawns, but they had the queen in the back. Which actually, I'm not going to say that. I don't think you bringing the job with Paris had anything to do with it.
Well, you wouldn't need to go to Miss Masters, now did you?
Oh,
No,
they always find a way. It's
did
not
I
like
go
it's,
to her?
Shit in gold.
Did I go to her? I haven't, like I said, I have still no recollection of that. Someone decided to use us, and they got me to rope you guys in. Probably because they understood. Those assholes knew. What did they say? Did they call themselves back in the garage, Sean? What did when Shiv asked if they were a pack?
No, they're a family.
They knew how to. They knew what strings to pull, what buttons to push. I think that's why they chose us. But that's why they chose us. Can you see? We've been asking why they picked us in the first place. It's exactly because that. Because we three chose to be each other's family. We chose each other. That's why they took us. That's why we were the ones they needed for this little plan of theirs.
I don't understand why he would give me the sketch. Because how is that part of any of this?
Did he give it? Didn't you? Did he give it? Didn't?
Well, we bought it, but obviously it must have been worth more, and why would he? Ophelia said that this would out them. This could potentially out them. Well, obviously not in the way her painting was. But why would he risk it? What was that? How is that part of the entire plan? It makes no sense. And this was arranged before, right when we came home. Like
this
not long after.
Miss Masters, he contacted Chris before we went. Maybe this fella is.
But does that mean that
having his eyes on you since before?
But does that mean he is to blame for this?
I have no idea. I don't know who this Dean fucker is. Maybe he's been following me around. Don't know.
They might have.
They fuck with our minds. Proper fucked.
Yeah, but I've got. I mean, let's face it. I've got some connections. I know some people. Maybe they thought that might be useful to have someone with that kind of access, with that sort of connections in their pockets.
Shiv is a master with the arts. The fuck am I? I'm just a fun-loving criminal. I do fuck all.
But what did you say? What do you mean?
You're so much more than that, Sean.
Yeah, but to them, of course I'm so much fucking more than I'm a brilliant person. But they don't know that. Fuckers.
I always loved your modesty, Sean. It's your best trait.
Right back at you.
But do you mean that they were behind the job in Paris? Is that what you said?
Might be. Fuck if I know.
It can't be that.
They're probably vampires in Paris as well.
Trixie. She knows. She knows all of it, doesn't she?
No fucking idea. She's batshit crazy. I like the kid though.
I don't think she is.
I think she's insane, but I don't think she's crazy. If that makes any sense.
Actually makes sense.
And I believe she knows. I believe she knows how to use her insanity to come off more. Again, if she's a vampire. Who knows how old she is? I mean, I have no idea how old Ophelia was. I mean, at least 190 or so, if she was painted like that in 1820. But
was she a princess? Was that what he told me?
Princess? I mean, royalty?
Yeah, I think so.
Well, it's Europe back then. You could hardly throw a stone with it. Someone with royal blood, I guess. I mean, Italy
never had any royalty in Ireland.
No, that's true. But Italy used to be a collection of your small petty nobles and princedoms and fiefdoms all over the place. I mean,
Persian and Germany and Switzerland, like everybody's a duke or baron or something titled.
Yeah, you can't drive up the Rhine River without hitting. You don't have milestones along that river. You have castles.
I know, it's the Castle Road.
I think it is.
That's beautiful.
But
and
what's
here
important?
you sit.
Yeah, what's important though is when I look towards Shiv and I look towards Sean. Important is to get alive through this night.
And the next.
And the next, yeah. But we should find out more. We need to know more.
But can you consider yourself alive if you're undead?
I'm not sure that this is... I'm not going to be bogged down by existential thoughts here now. I'm thinking, therefore I am. So that's enough for me. And you probably should try to find out more. I mean, what little you threw out there for remembrance, what little we remembered when that thing downstairs questioned us the last time, kept us alive.
But there are still pieces missing. We need to find
I don't
out
even
more.
know what useful information I have at this point. I still don't know the picture or what has happened between me and Mr. Price. It's obviously something there, but
I look towards Sean.
I think we have to keep searching this house.
Yeah. Even if for all this end up giving us is our memories back, because right now I don't know what I can trust of my own head. That I have to admit that scares me a bit.
Yeah, tiny little bits.
The cracked vial, is there anything in, like, has it been something inside it? Is it like residue of something inside it?
Something dark, maybe blood.
Okay. I'll just put it back in the box and I'll carry it, like I'll hold it with me if we start walking.
You don't, again, you feel like the sadness and you don't know why you're holding it so hard. It's almost like you feel like you want to buckle over for a minute. You're like a heartbreak that almost like knocks the wind that you don't have in your lungs. Like you just want to, like almost like you can feel your new canines almost biting through your tongue. For a minute, like the heartache, it's so painful. You boys see that she buckles over for a minute, almost like the essence around her shakes.
You're right there, Shiv.
Okay. I'll take a step towards her, like concerned look on his face.
No. It's not. None of this is okay. I just want answers. I just want to know.
Let's go Easter egg hunting.
Did we finish checking the second floor?
Well, you're standing now in the... Well, let me just get mummy up. You're standing in the walking closet.
I think I have it here. No.
I have it in front of me. Old school paper format. Because I'm all the dirt.
This is true.
This is true. You can do, I would like for you to do a wits.
Insight? No?
Wits insight, yeah.
I have no clue what you're trying. Sorry.
No. Wits investigation.
I don't have anything in investigation. I'm still allowed to roll wits.
You can if you have...
Or it's okay if you say no, because I only got 2 in wits, and that means I will only be rolling red dice. So I'm fine with not having to roll
I have 3
anything.
in wits and I'll still be rolling red dice.
Oh, she just boom! 6 successes.
Yeah.
Get out of my way, bitches.
Yeah.
Okay, then I don't have to roll.
You're good.
1 success. No.
Well, technically that's a failure.
Oh yeah, but it's not a. It's not one of those little nasty things that I'm not sure what does, but I'm just assuming it's not a good thing.
It's not a good thing. Well, maybe she's a bit ahead of you, but you see...
Yeah, she's a smart one.
The night stand, like one of the shelves are like it's almost a little bit open, and you have a some strange feeling like it wasn't a moment ago.
Sean.
I'll open it.
Yeah, I'll ask him to go and open it if he hasn't seen it.
There's silk paper wrapped around something soft.
I'm almost afraid to unwrap it, but I do.
Do you put it on the bed and unwrap it?
It's that big.
It's...
Yeah, okay.
No, you can do it in your hands, but if you wanted them to look at it, it's like it would be easier. No, you can do as you please.
I'll probably
You just
just turn towards them and start unwrapping like this.
You get very perplexed when you stare at it. It's a bloody, small size, Middle Eastern t-shirt. Bloodied with bullet holes in it.
Fuck. Any of you guys remember seeing Angela the last week?
No. Last I saw her was during our lunch. That Saturday.
Didn't you ask me to look for her?
Yeah.
I can't
This
remember.
is a shirt she would have worn.
Chris looks at it and looks away because
I think it actually might be hers.
It's sad, it's heartbreaking.
When
it's
did she disappear?
delicious.
2 weeks ago. 2.5.
Why didn't you say something?
I didn't know until this. I didn't remember. It's wiped off me now.
It feels, you kind of now understand Christopher's frustration, because it's like, who took this? This is my memory. If she was dead, that was your grief. It feels invasive. It feels unfair.
I'll put a hand on his shoulder.
I'm rolling
I'm
willpower.
I'm just saying, Shiv, clearly that Christopher's not the only one keeping secrets.
3 successes.
That's but for a minute.
Yeah, so you see the knuckles are turning
and they're almost like
a wider shade of pale.
And for a minute, almost like a golden circle in his eyes pops up.
Really carefully, I just sort of try to be discreet about it, but I try to like maneuver Shiv a little bit away from him, so I'm closer to him than she is. Because I see, and Christopher knows the feelings he's had of, well, ravishing hunger, and he reckons, for instance, John looks exactly how he feels.
So you just put Shiv closer to you?
No, he
and your
hunger? Push you away from him and put him her.
It was trying to be chivalrous about it, not like me too.
You never know with Chris.
You never know. You never know.
I take medium offense. I quite clearly stated before the attack on the Arpeggios that the only priority was for none of them to get shot. And it looks like it worked. Closely studying Shiv running new scars.
Thumbs up, tip top, good going.
No, I actually catch myself inhaling the smell.
And as you do so, you feel like a sense of intense relief. When in your mind's eye, it's really weird and very animalistic. You see a different colored hair out of blackness. You see like a dirty blonde. You see freckles. And that's not her. That's not her. And as he does a sniffs, and he's almost like he sighs in relief. The lights in the rooms are shut.
Like someone shut them?
Yeah, and from the door, because you can't see it, there's a little person standing there shutting the lights. I hope you forgive me in the end. But it's time for the next scene.
Wait, are you doing?
Can you hear the horses? And her eyes go really large, and the room shifts and shakes. It's almost like you feel physically, like the room is shaking. But if there's anybody else looking in, it's you're standing there shaking, all three of you, like your mind is cracking, like things are being pried open, memories, dirty secrets. And before we go in to the last scenes of this evening, we're gonna have a break. A short break. Welcome back from the break. Our players are now being pushed back into a flashback where memories are folding in on each other, and what's real and now and what's past feels jumbled up and distorted. All three of you have almost like a collective memory of the thing that's unfolding. Siobhan knows she's standing outside as a decoy to the apartment building, luring out these hunters. So the soldiers that now are being led by Christopher can start pounding them with bullets and pushing them back. Siobhan breaks the vial before. A strange scent. No more. But she does as she's told. At the same time, the two boys are making their way into the loft by the skylight, disarming traps as they go, because clearly they are. It's very guerrilla. Thankfully, Sean knows a thing or two about terrorist traps, carefully disarming anything that you come upon. They enter the first floor of the skylight. In doing so, Christopher is attacked by a dog. Not a white dog. A more German shepherd dog. He's bitten quite badly and is bleeding profusely, but Sean managed to shoot the poor canine in the head.
Fucking hell, I'm gonna need a tetanus shots for that. And rabies.
Yeah.
Gunfire. Big, massive commotion. Further down and in the building.
Stay in the doorway.
You are in a room and you can stare out into a hallway. It's like a T section.
Okay.
And you're in the end.
I lift up the shotgun. Leaning it on this injured arm.
It's
I'll
lethal.
live.
It's a lethal.
I'll live.
It's more the shock of there was a dog in there.
Going inwards towards the T section.
You hear gunfire and you know some of it's close, some of it's a bit further down, but it's a lot of commotion and screaming and shouting. You go to the left or the right because you're like in the end, and then you have the down and then to the sides.
Start looking first to the left, and then to the right.
You can't see anyone. It's just two doors, one on each end, or on each side.
Left first.
Left first you go. Got our backs covered.
Crack the door. It's a dark room. It's very shitty. It's very mucky. There's a steel framed bed and someone's chained to it.
Lights. And flashlights.
It looks like a corpse, but now we know better.
You get him out.
You have the tools.
There's a bolt cutter.
Oh, thank you. Break it open.
Here again, the memory as he does that crack, it flashes in your minds, and all of a sudden it's like things are spinning quicker as he's trying to get loose. Dean, Christopher, you feel someone looking at you, and it quickly the camera spins around, and there's this young girl, badly scarred, staring at you.
I'll keep my shotgun on her. Young girl, how young?
Early 20s.
She armed?
No, she's wearing a green duffel coat. She's got some fresh wounds. You can see something in her neck.
I turn around.
She's staring.
Do I recognize her?
you're in the room. This is what Christopher sees, and everything's going really, really fast because this is the memory jumble.
I quickly walk up to her and I just put my finger over her lips. Lean in. Get out now. Get up on the roof. Hide by the airfan duct and keep your mouth shut and get out of this alive. And remember, I'll let you go. No, scram, kiddo.
She moves and she shakes and she says, "They're coming." And she jumps out.
And I go back
and
to
as,
the foot.
yeah, that's exactly how that happens because this is jumble memory. The door in the end of the T section opens up. And two very armed, not your guys, are now aiming guns at you. You manage to jump back as you see bullets are flying.
I jump back and I let out a shot from blast from the shotgun. It's not aiming, not trying to hit them, just putting a run back to keep them from rushing up to where we are. Got company, Sean! And I put the shotgun around the corner and just pop up a couple of rounds just to keep them at the bay.
You're struggling a little bit with getting him free. You see he's trying to open his eye. He's not completely incapacitated. He looks not alright though.
What's taking so long? And I fire around.
Let me see. I will roll Dex security maybe.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you're being shot at hard now. You're like thinking, your guys are being pushed. You can't hold them back alone.
3 successes.
Sean, just feed him if it takes that.
You manage to crack it up and get off the locks. He can barely move, but he's trying to grab onto you.
I grab my gun and take cover by the door frame.
As you do so, you see Christopher sitting there. He's been shooting, and he's maybe go, get out.
Empty out the shotgun.
Yeah.
Full of pistols. Just start putting a couple of shots in that direction.
What happens now is that you don't have to roll because this is all in the flashback. Christopher, you're thinking it's time to go. It's go, and as you move, fuckers are fast. But you, Sean, see this. He's gonna take a direct hit.
I jump, and I push him to the side.
You're being smacked to the wall or sliding down. You see Sean's body is catapulted backwards, sliding in towards Dean. You manage to get out of a shot, and you shoot the poor guy straight.
Yeah, just get up and just start emptying is pissed off as fuck. Just empty the clip towards him.
Yeah, he's falling back.
And I run towards Sean. And I just, you fucking idiot! I told you there was one fucking thing we were going to do, and it's not get shot.
Oh, he's bleeding. He's bleeding bad.
Family, fucker.
I look up at the Dean, and
wait here. He's sitting into the wall.
Just wait here, and I walk over and I grab him, and I pull him out. Shiv got shot, and Trixie helped her. No, fucking help him, or I'll give them to you, throw them back to you, and let them do whatever the fuck they want to you. And I throw him down towards Sean.
He leans over and he sees you're dying, Sean. He whispers to you.
I reload and go and keep firing at people.
That's okay.
It's alright. I can give you but a little. I don't have much to give. I'm afraid if I do too much, you'll turn, or I'll kill you all.
That fucker over there seems to be breathing still.
He bites his wrists. He gives you about a little, but it's like fireworks going off in your body. you feel all of a sudden like, oh, it's go time. It's
Fucker. Let's get the fuck out of here.
he says like you can still die. You need to pressure on it, and you see he's like almost passing out.
I'll run over to help because they both look like they're in fucked up conditions. I'll prop up Dean. Can you walk, Sean? Can you walk?
I can breathe. Fuck.
You see he's covered in blood, like the blood dripping down like from his lips. He seems very like, how you doing it?
You just need to get you out of here and we'll make you as red as rain. Come on. I'll help him up. I'll go first. Make sure he's safe. And I'll turn to. Can you help him or should I take him?
Oh man. So they are kind of like established, like just holding.
I'll help him over to Sean, and I'll lean in and whisper to Dean. Thank you. And I'll put a hand on his shoulder and I'll walk to clear the way. And I'll start this, come on you fuckers! And I'll start firing.
Very thematic again, very John Wickish. You see the guy that you shot the shit out of. You manage to shoot another guy that falls back. You see the gunfire coming up from the other soldiers, from the rest of the mafia boys. Basically, they're just cutting down everybody. Nobody's left to tell the tale except for that young lady that you're told to leave.
Can't shoot a young girl. I mean, I have a sneaking suspicion I've already shot her. So
I don't shoot little girls twice.
Yeah. Managed to do the right thing here, though. Well,
you managed to get out again. Your mind is jumbled. The next thing you know, you're sitting in the car, and I'm guessing it's not going to be the car with Ophelia and Dean because they've driven back to the garage.
It's probably the van we took.
Yeah.
Probably the blue van.
Yeah.
Which car am I in?
And then you're there.
Yeah,
probably in the van.
Yeah.
You see, and Sean, you feel very hyped. You feel very alive. You feel very alive, and you feel very like adrenaline pumping. You have a nasty wound, but it feels a little bit less nasty. But you're gonna have a minimum of 2 in lethal for this shit.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's taken a bit of it back by the little bit of magic of the vampire blood.
Before we leave, I give an order, give a message to. They probably know it, but once the dust settles, bring up the corpses, get all their IDs, and make sure that the bodies are sent to Vasilia as proof.
Oh, you have a conversation actually when you're driving, a lengthy conversation with your uncle where he's very happy. But now it's very important that we get ahead of the Russian problem.
Yeah.
But we'll deal with that in the morning. Get a night's sleep. We got all the fuckers. We have less casualty. We only lost 3 people. So he's like, this is very good for you, Christopher. This is very good for you. You did good.
I did what I could. He said, nobly taking... being the asshole that he is. Because he's really not... I mean, he's half nice person and half very fucking shitty asshole. What a disgusting, misogynistic, racist little shit.
The thing is that Christopher is also the one driving. Because now Shiv is not really a good driver, except for motorbikes. Or is she a good driver?
Yeah.
I also drive my Corvette, but okay.
No, but do you want to drive or did you want to be in the back helping?
I don't.
I got one that can drive, so I know how to drive. Like
everyone knows how to drive. No, I'll be in the back and help. Sure.
Might miss some of if it's manual gear.
I packed a medic bag after all.
That's what I'm saying. Like you start, you're cleaning, patching up, picking out shotgun shell bullets. Dean is sitting. He looks very not okay.
Hang in there. We're gonna run with the rest.
Nope. Does he need anything? Fuck.
I don't think you should.
I think he's hungry as fuck. Hell, I am hungry as fuck. Not for blood though. Burger would be nice.
I'll look at Dean and say, is it necessary?
I'll let you know if it is. Just get me to Ophelia.
Sorry about that. Sean, this car of yours, it's gearing. It's like playing Russian roulette.
I guess I have to rebuild this car again.
He says, blood-stained teeth, fucked up, clothes torn.
Dean,
You get to the garage.
Dean, how can you guys drink this stuff? It tastes like shit.
You can hear him like a rasp laugh. You would be surprised what you get used to.
Yeah.
So-
Did live in
and
a
then
dormitory.
And then he's like, I'm guessing you guys are in the know now.
No, we know nothing. We're completely ignorant and can be left free to walk without any fear of any breaking of anything.
Yeah, what he said. Fuck, that hurts.
I know nothing, I see nothing, I hear nothing.
He's the monkey.
As you drive into the garage, you see Ophelia running towards the car, her blonde hair dancing in the wind, still in the gown. She almost rips the door off the handle. Quickly, unnaturally quickly, she snags Dean out of the car and she embraces him. In the weird, like moonlight, almost spotlight of the lot, they sit almost melting into one another. You're staring at something very intimate. Again, it feels like you're not supposed to see this. He is drinking from her. As she's whispering something in a language you don't understand, and she's stroking him. It's very intimate. It's very private.
Shiv, help me with Sean. Let's get into the coach. We'll carry him over there. Is Trixie there?
She's like, oh.
Trixie, you help Shiv. Can you help Sean as well, please? Please.
Hold on.
Rouse checking her? Oh, it didn't
When I
go
said
well.
help, I didn't mean eat him.
No. Trixie jumps over and she's like, and he's like, oh, no, I'm fine. She's like, give him to me. I'll help him.
I'll help him towards the coach.
I sit down.
She whispers at you again. It's like almost like singing, whispering, and she's like,
Hole.
like Affix. And she starts picking, and again she's whispering something. You feel very calm and relaxed as she does this, and no pain.
I
On the opposite side of the garage, someone is doing this and snarling.
I put my hand on Shiv's shoulder. I looked down at Sean. I look up her. Okay. But from not this moment on, I'm putting my foot down. The next one that's gonna get shot is gonna be me. None of you two, okay? You hear that? And then I turn to Mr. Price. Well, not terrible for a bunch of useless humans, are we?
You see his eyes lit up and his pupils are like pinpricks. And you see he snarls for a second.
Oh, fuck.
And he's like, he looks intimidated.
Put my hand on the gun.
You better stay away right now, he said.
Maybe you should walk away.
There's too much blood in here.
Well, wasn't planning on giving you a hug anyway. And I walked like, come on, Shiv. Let's get you out of that silly costume. Like, get her into the office away from him.
You see he steps back and almost like he's shaking and growling, trying to contain himself.
And if I get back out there and find that my friend's been eaten, I'm going to be very crossed indeed. And I close the door behind us. Well, I just peed a little. I shot at myself. Well, I walk to where Sean keeps a bottle of grappa, best quality grappa that I've got him to store for me, and I'll put 2 glasses down and I'll pour one for each of us. Shove a glass to Shiv.
Probably stole it somewhere
Salut.
fancy.
And I'll drink it, make some tea for Sean.
And now we just gotta pray that we don't end up on the main menu.
Do you have a plan for that?
Other than hopefully Ophelia being so grateful that we could help and not Mr. Fertilot. No, not really. That, but I look around. There's got to be something wooden and sharp in here. Pulling out a pencil. I think that was really good. But if shit hits the fan, you run and I'll see if I can't get you a head start at the very least.
But I don't feel comfortable leaving Sean out there.
Oh no, I mean if things goes really bad, like they start.
But I mean right now. Let's see if
I trust Trixie. She seemed in control. And look, does his office have a little window into the rest of the place, or what?
Yeah. Classic.
And then I'll slide a chair over so I can see it there, and I'll put a gun in my lap. I'll keep an eye out for him. If you want to go out there, do it, but wait till you just make sure that it prices out of the building. I don't like the way he looks at you.
Being all protective and shit.
There's a lust in that look. It's not right.
It's not me, it's her. So don't worry.
Yeah, but you also got something that he likes to eat.
True.
You stare out, you see, looks like Sean is like, he's like, he's chit-chattering with Trixie as she does stuff, and she's talking to him very quickly and talking about bubbles up the nose.
And I'm giving...
doing stuff to him, and he's like, I don't feel so bad. I feel a bit high, but I don't do drugs.
This is wrong on so many levels.
I'll hand you like a cup of tea.
I'll walk out and stand in the doorway.
Because it's in the middle of the night now, right?
Yeah.
So it's not necessarily that warm either.
Shiv, in the office, there is a small box of fruit salts. I think that's going to give her some proper bubbles up the nose.
I'll look at this picture in front of me. Do I think Sean is okay for now?
Yeah, she's clearly being very attentive. And
Price he's still in his corner, and Ophelia and Dean is still embracing, and
it's a very weird scene because Mr. Bryce Aiden is standing, leaning in the doorway, not looking at them, not looking at anything.
Oh, in the doorway. Okay.
Yeah, out, like the garage. Just it's open.
Mm.
And he's not looking at them. It's like he's caught between a rock and a hard place because clearly he doesn't want to go outside. And he doesn't want to go inside because he seems lost.
I'll guess I'll go inside and get those fruit thingy majigs. I'll stop when I pass him because I'm guessing I'm passing him. Do you need anything? I don't know what you... Vampires drink, eat, but if there's anything but blood I can help you with, then let me know.
Slowly but surely, he lets his gaze lie on you again, but this time it feels very compassionate. You're still wearing the wig, and you didn't even...
Oh no, I took it off. I took it off.
You took it off?
Yes, I took it off. As I... Yes.
She made a movement.
Yeah, you did move, yeah.
Sorry. Yeah.
Good. You see he stretches out his fingers and he touches your hair. like he did with the wig. Very gently.
Do I need to worry right now?
No. This suits you better. This suits you just right. He looks at you. It feels intimate, warm. And he's about to almost lean in and say something. And then you hear a noise from outside the lot. And he snaps back his hands, almost like he's touched fire. And he stands up, almost like ignoring the moment.
What noise? So if I turn around to the noise.
It's the lovers. She's holding Dean and she's caressing him and she's beaming. Her regal, beautiful self. Miss Masters in absolute, complete enthrallment and control. Smiling.
I'm going for fruit tablets.
I'm standing in the door opening into the office. It's leaning on it, with a hand behind, just casually leaning with his hand behind his back, but he's got a gun in his hand just in case.
So now it's both you and Aiden leaning on each side of the...
I'm at the office door. So I'm
so still inside?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Christopher. Please. She reaches for you.
Slide the gun down in his trousers behind his back and pull the shirt over it, and he walks towards him.
You did as promised. You did as asked. You have returned him to me.
I'm only glad that we could help.
You and your friends are quite remarkable.
Well, I won't take all that much credit. It really... Shiv has the brains of the operation, and I look towards Dean. Dean's the speed and the muscle. Sean has the speed and muscle. Though, you did take a bullet.
I am told he took it for you.
Well, last thing I said before we went in was that no matter what, neither he or Shiv should get shot. And of course, Sean won't listen to me.
Family never does.
Well, he probably thought it would be fun, the silly bugger.
Still alive!
Well, you better be, because if you died, I'd fucking kill you.
I'm sure you are very tired, and I'm sure you need some rest. I can tell you that we do. It's almost morn, and dawn comes, and it's not a suitable time for our kind.
Wow.
Well, you can always have the paint booth. No light in there.
Don't worry, we will get to safe harbor before the light hits.
Well, good speed then. Good recovery to you, Mr. Dean. And
I am in debt to you all.
well, I just want to reassure you that you can trust on us to keep our end of the bargain, our word. We know nothing, we'll say nothing. Mum's the word.
Oh, I'm confident in it, Christopher. This is Miss Masters.
Yeah, that's scary. And Chris is thinking, yeah, that scares the shit out of me.
I think your future is quite bright, and I am very invested in it. You have proven yourself to be a capable man. Crisis after crisis have been thrown at you, and you rise from the ashes like a phoenix in every turn.
I smile and I think, oh, bugger, I overdid it. There's something is useful and there's something is indispensable. It's not good to be on the wrong side. But you see a smile. Oh, you're too kind.
Oh, not at all. We'll talk again very soon, Mr. Falcone. Christopher. After all, we are now dearest friends.
I smile and, of course. Like, oh well. I'll help them to the car. Might see them off.
Trixie gives Sean a pat on the head. Take 2 bubbles up the nose and a big good sleep. You'll be good.
I'll place
Bubble
one of the
powder.
tablets in her hand.
Yeah.
Bubble powder.
She's like,
Mixed with water,
yes!
bubbles up the nose.
Yes. Just very excited. As she passes Christopher, she stops. And she hugs you. She stares at you with a big eye.
I'll pat her head.
You saved Grace.
Yeah, I said grace. I generally do before going into battle.
And she hugs again.
I'll let her walk off. Like hug her. Actually, give her a bit like a brotherly hug back.
She runs over and tags at Aiden as he walks slowly behind them.
I wait till they drive off. Then I walk back. You feeling better, Sean?
5 by 5.
Christ.
Just a little bit adrenaline euphoric, but not like flying high as you were when she was looking at you with the weird eyes and doing her thing.
That kid.
I'm beginning to think that for all Mrs. Masters' grace, beauty, and wayward words, Mr. Price's, well, utter douchebaggery, and Jean's clearly kick-ass role, I'm beginning to think that kid's the most capable and potentially the most dangerous of them all.
I'm thinking the same. I like the kid.
What happens now? They just left.
Well,
What does this mean for us?
Have no idea.
I don't know, Shiv. I mean, they won't kill us. I'm certain about that.
How can you know? That's generally what tales of vampires say.
He's flailing his arm out there, and you see actually, because he hasn't treated it, he's bitten up. And you're not sure who the fuck bit him.
Jeez. What happened to you?
Oh shit.
I'll go and get antiseptics and whatever else
actually
that's
hurts.
needed.
Completely.
I'll start cleaning. I'm just start cleaning your arm.
I think you have to see a doctor about that.
I'm gonna need at least a tetanus and a rabies shot.
Yeah.
I know there weren't any of those who bit me. It was a fucking dog. I just completely forgot it. Probably you getting shot, Sean. Oh, ow, that stings.
Here, have some tequila.
Actually, there's some grappa in your office, and
Exactly. I would rather have that.
No, but I was thinking, Shiv's been shot. I've been shot. You need a shot.
Yeah, I'll drink
What
to that.
you wanna? Where should we shoot him again?
You shoot him. You should definitely shoot him.
We should. Do you have an
should shoot
apple?
him.
Oh, wait, just a minute. I go over and put one on one of the stab wests, and I'll hand Shiv a .22 caliber pistol, and I go stand there.
No!
Okay.
No.
No.
Oh, come on, we used to do this back in high school
With
all the time,
BB
Sean.
guns.
It's a
22 will crack you.
With BB guns. A 22, if it hits you in the eye, it'll stay in your brain forever.
Oh, I know. What do you think? It's the chosen weapon for our kind. Best hit. Walk up, put 2 blood back under the head. Bullet goes through, ricochets back and forth, and turn your head into mush.
Which is a very morbid piece of information he's just giving.
Put the gun
I
away.
think you've seen too many movies.
Nah, I haven't heard too many stories.
Uh,
And that's one thing I'm going to tell you, that sometimes fiction is less worse than the reality of it. But I'm definitely going to need a
Don't be a
rape
baby.
me shot. It stings.
yeah, but it's not like you've been shot.
Hey, I got mauled by a dog. Look at this. I mean,
Yeah, you'll.
my hand looks like a needle cushion.
Pat him on the head. Quite
it's
violent.
I mean, you might get shot, but you look surprisingly fine, Sean.
Look at me!
I poke at his bullet wound.
Even dying.
Is there a wound still there?
I'm more
No.
fine than you.
It's not as bad now. It looks more like it's like a week in. It looks much better.
This is just so fucked up on so many different levels.
Proper fucked.
Oh,
What
you got
time
an
is it
Valium, Sean?
Is it like morning? Or
You feel now not much see it more because of the light blue and pink of the horizon as morning creeps and creeps.
Put alarm. I'm going to need a couple of hours shut eye. Thank you, Shiv. It feels better. I'm going to go see a doctor as soon as it opens.
yeah, you better.
My cousin got bit by a rabid dog once, and he got a shot 8 hours later and was fine. Of course, we don't know that the dog actually had rabies, but it was shot acting like one. Dumb as Vinny.
Yeah.
But not to be a party poop or anything, but I need some shut eye. I am done for.
Shiv, love you.
And I
Are
will.
you
I'm not staying, I'm going home. Because, yeah. Need a proper shower. Not a.
You going to be alright here, Sean, or do you want me to stay?
Nah, fuck off.
Yeah, remember what I said, though. If you die during the night, I'll come back and fucking kill you. I'll put a sword on next to him, then I'll leave. Call a cab when I'm a block away.
I put on a kettle of coffee.
Oh, you gotta. Oh, because you're doing the thing.
I'm doing the thing.
You're doing the thing. The other 2 soldiers are hitting the hay.
Yeah, and just a couple hours, and then straight off to see right after the doctor's clinic to. I got bitten by a rabid dog. I need some tetanus shots and some rabies shots, and then.
As
But
if you do that before you go.
Yeah, probably.
You go to what you have doctors on call. You are affiliated.
Yeah, you
You
probably.
have doctors.
And this could go to regular. I mean, it could go to emergency ER for that matter. I mean, this isn't getting shot. This isn't being reported to the police.
No, but you're gonna sit and wait there for 6 hours.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. Well, I don't actually have insurance, so.
Mr. Goldstein, a
Yeah.
Jewish fellow. There's always a Mr. Goldstein.
It's always a Mr. Goldstein.
There's a question. Is he a general? Is he an actual doctor, or just moonlights as a mob doctor? Has he lost his license or something and is doing a doctor, or is he a veterinarian?
Do you really want to know?
No.
No. He gives you some kick-ass painkillers and gives you some antibiotics, give you a shot in the butt, and then you're ready to go.
Yeah. Thank you. Back at the apartment. Take 1, 2, some grappa.
Ready.
Yeah.
Alarms.
I have a question. Does Shiv have Aiden's number? Or is it just Sean that had that?
We'll roll a die.
Hmm?
High or low?
Low?
You have his number.
I have his number. Before, like, right after she has had her shower and she's, like, tucking into bed, I'll send him a little message.
And what is the message?
Welches Spiel spielen du, meine Kunstner? What game are you playing at?
She does it in German. Sprechen Sie Deutsch, bitte schön.
See, maybe I should be grateful, but I don't appreciate being a pawn in someone else's game. I'm nobody's plaything. Yeah. And then I draws off.
And another piece on this elusive chessboard has been moved. You guys who actually are sleeping, you dream. Christopher, you dream that you sit at the end of a very long table and you're looking at the Boston skyline. In front of you there is a chess piece and it is the king. You feel powerful in this scenario, in this dream. Underneath you, you feel the city breathes and lives like a beast, with ants scurrying around.
Are there any other pieces on the board or the table?
Only the king.
Do I feel like connection to the king, or do I want to topple it over?
Oh, it's a bit of both. You feel there's possibilities with this piece.
I pick it up. Out with the old and in with the new. I'll hold it in my hand.
This is where the dream ends, or flies into you're flying somewhere or you're at a club or something, but this feels very significant, this dream. Siobhan, on the other hand, you feel like someone is standing at the end of your bed. Like you're waking up in a dream and it's dark and someone's standing at the end of your bed.
Is someone standing at the end of my bed?
It's very difficult to see details, but in the dream you have this like overall understanding who this is. You hear birds singing even though it's nighttime. You hear winds and trees even though you're in a city. Far away you think you hear a classical piano being played, like in a grand hall. But you're in your studio apartment. You feel words coming into your mind as the person at the end of your bed is staring at you. And you hear very softly, "Why are you tormenting me? Why are you doing this?"
I'll try and move towards the end of the bed.
Even though it's a short distance in dreamland, it feels very long away, far, far away. You're moving closer, but like in every move you're making, you feel like it's 2 steps forward, 1 step back. It's taking time.
How can I harm you? I'm but a mere mortal.
Again, in your mind, you hear very softly someone whispering, "I did not ask for you. Why are you tormenting me? I did not ask for this. Please." haunting.
I don't want to hurt you. I don't even know you.
The dream shifts a little bit, and all of a sudden you feel like it flashes to the memories of the fingertips on your cheekbones, to the touch of your hair, and it feels very intimate. And all of a sudden you hear like a flock of birds lifting, and you hear peacocks like cooing in a garden. And softly you hear like tight to your ear. What game are you playing? As she wakes. You're covered in sweat. You don't know how long you've been sleeping. And this is where we're going to stop this episode.
Why?
Because I'm doing it. Because that's just what I do.
And here I thought Sean was going to, I don't know, kill a kid or something. But...
Oh, well, he still might.
Might do.
Still might do. I'm guessing your viewers are maybe a bit curious about, if you haven't seen on the Instagram and stuff, and if you haven't caught on to it, about the clans of our players, and you don't even know the generation of our players. But I think that might be interesting to give to our viewers.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So if we start... So we start with Siobhan.
So... Toreador, 10th generation.
And Christopher is Clan Van True, and he's also the 10th generation.
And Sean is a gangrel. Also 10th generation.
Cool. A little bit of information.
Yeah.
Anyways, it's been fun as always. I love my players. They're so fun to torture and just mind fuck.
And also, if you want to give me any ideas of how to punish this kid or what to do with it, please comment.
No, that's wrong on many levels.
Yes.
Don't listen to the man. He is sick in that.
This is true.
No.
I've got the papers.
He does. It's true.
Oh no, let him, because the alternative is that Chris is going to realize that giving him to the Russians and claim that he's the one that betrayed Dmitry is a good idea. So probably let someone else decide his fate.
No! Shush your mouth holes!
I'm the bad guy. Duh.
Anyways, please comment, like, follow, all that good stuff, and we'll see you in a week. If we don't see you before on Instagram or comments on the episode. I love you guys.
Bye.
Ciao.
Bye.
Bye.